Greetings folks, this is gonna be a shorter video because frankly, how could you let this happen questline? More importantly, why I didn't realize this sooner? How long has this build been around without me knowing? Today, I'm introducing you the one true king build. There is a reason why nobody could beat Arthur in combat well except Lancelot, but that's a different Netorare story. However, I'm a bit baffled because I didn't expect for Excalibur to be misspelled in translation as Bloodsting. Probably something went wrong. This build is 100% unethical, is made to break the game and to have fun. If you want something more balanced, there are 50 builds that are more balanced than this that I did. This build requires 2 items to work, without it, it will not work. And that is of course our Bloodsting. Bloodsting is an interesting weapon. Every time you attack, you inflict yourself 1 point of damage. It will allow you to proc all pieces of gear that have an effect on damage. So you're gonna say, well, pasta, okay, well, sure, look at King's Arthur, it's only 5%, or what about this? 15, oh my god, 15, what is this? Like, my grandma is faster than those boots. Well, there is a small detail. All these items will stack every time you inflict yourself damage. With King Arthur, Warsworn, and boots, you can max all your offensive stats to the cap, and the one that don't cap, if you want to hit something with 5 million critical damage, you can absolutely. And this is with absolutely no upgrade. Okay, why Hexgrip, you're gonna say? This is not an hybrid build, like you get some spell power damage when we attack with Arthur, whatever, right, Pasta? Well, with these boots, you can hit 500% movement speed. With one perk, we're gonna get 500% spell power through the movement speed. With these gloves, we're gonna get 250%. With Sarah's mystic perk, the Arcane Smite, we're gonna add half of our spell power into melee damage. It's absolutely crazy, but there is a small detail. For this build to work, you need to crit. So, rest of the gear, of course. Since we're gonna use Arthur's chest, we're gonna use the crown as well. Crown and chest are from the main story. Later in the video I show for people that don't know where these items are from, don't worry. Ulfr are also Act 3 items. This is an Act 3 build. Don't expect, oh, I'm gonna create a character and just do this. No, no. Level up how you want. In the description there is a 200 build. You can even level up as an archer, doesn't matter. This is the strongest build in the game currently that I discovered. Yes, even stronger than Volatile Summoner because you can reach infinite stats with this build. We're gonna use a critical strike amulet from Act 1. We're gonna craft, of course, Winged Back Cavalier. And if you want to go even crazier, put more points in perception. This is how easy it is, really. You will never run out of stamina, because every time we hit ourselves, we proc determination, so we regenerate stamina. For rings, we're gonna use Volkers, which will help a little bit. Look how beautiful it is. But really, look at this. Max movement speed, max attack speed. Actually, a small correction because I'm very stupid. Well, you know, it's the heat of summer or whatever. But Pasta, it's not summer yet, shut up. There is no point in me showing my buffed attributes with this little trinket on. These are my minimum attributes. Well, not perception, because as I said, what you want pretty much is to have enough for King Arthur and Bloodsting. Hexgrip, however, but since we're using the crown before Hexgrip, you don't have to go that heavily in spirituality or anything, because as I said, the crown helps a lot. It will give you 5+, it can be upgraded. Okay, this is not gonna be the usual stuff. I will not show you a location through leveling because this is not a leveling build, okay? The most important points for this build are this one. Exercise, determination to point, practicality, healthy appetite, vengeful restoration. Play Warden, absolutely. Red Death, we want Red Death on this build. Best part, we only need these points from Red Death, because we proc Red Death 1 stack every time we swing. Board in Armor, Inner Strength, Exploitation of Affliction, because we apply Blade, Critical Strike, because if you don't crit, you don't do damage. You don't even need Respite, but whatever. Critical Aegis, you don't need Critical Aegis because you one-shot everything, but it's still there. Mana Battery, Power and Swiftness. This is how we convert our movement speed into spell power. Amazing. Then we want to go into Two-Handed. Brutish Fighter, for Mighty Blow for Stagger. Enduring Strike for Unstoppable, Dominating. Then sure, go in Executioner. Okay, Bloodsting is from Act 1, but you need to finish Act 1 first, just in case you are making a new character and you are rushing there. The door is gonna be closed for you. You kill the Abomination, boom, you get it, easy. Okay, Arthur's chestplate comes from the Ulfr village quest. The location is where we get our boots and pants. You do that, and then you can enter the final instance of Act 3. You can just run through. Once you have the chest, you can just go in. When you don't crit, you don't do any damage. But once you have the rest of the stuff, this build is really amazing. Plus, it's super fast. Just look. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Just keep swinging that sword until there is no tomorrow. Also, loot those wood monsters, those wood creatures, because you need the resin to craft your back piece as well. Same thing for Hexgrip. You can only get Hexgrip after you finish Act 2, not before.
My king, I understand that what Merlin and I have...
The rings are drops from mini bosses.
Thank me.
And that's it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and maybe even subscribing for more gaming content. This is not really a proper build, but more like an idea. Play it now, exploit it, because if this setup becomes popular, they're gonna nerf it super fast. Absolutely 100%. This is more criminal than Titanium Tonic ever was. So, have fun playing Fall of Avalon, and I will see you in the next video.